All right, so set it down. Don't forget you have a washer. Now, if you wanted to put a mark or something, you can also do that. I think I already marked this one. And if you wanted to go back on a certain way, but you should be totally fine. And these are normally stuck. So we're gonna get a rubber mallet and we're gonna tap it. If not, we'll have to put a pulley and extract it from there. So let's see if we can just tap it off and get it off. All right, so we're loose. Whenever they're loose like that, you can just pretty much grab them. You'll need 2 hands and it'll just come right on off. Definitely needs a good clean, but we'll deal with that later. All right, you really can't mess up how to put it back in. It's pretty straightforward. When it's time, there is a dowel, which is a pin that you use to align the transmission, but I always say it's always good you put a little mark because you can always use it as a reference. Okay, and they line up together. There's a dowel. I forgot, I can't see it, or this model might not have it, but once you get your other transmission, you look at it and you just put a mark in the same position so you can't mess up. All right, so this should pop right out. Look at that. All right. Sometimes you got to get a screwdriver, but most times you could just wiggle it. There it is. All right, so this is the bad transmission that we took out. I will include a video of that as well. And so the issue with this transmission or gear case, now it could be 2 things. It could be, this could be warped, and over time it could cause your transmission to wobble. So you can also replace this. I've seen these where they warp. Now the only problem is over time this starts to wobble as well. So if you're going to replace your transmission with this, you want to replace this as well, especially if it's warped. I'm going to rotate this. Here's my setup. I'm super close. The gear case is mounted. I'm going to rotate. See that? It's quite a bit. See that? And now we're not touching. Okay. Not touching. Good. Not touching. Now you're touching quite a bit. So be mindful of replacing the entire transmission. You might be able to replace this first. I've seen the aluminum where they warp and put it back together and go from there. That's the cheapest or cheaper alternative, but from experience I've noted the transmission as well, where just because of the extra wobbling and torque, it causes internal fatigue, if you want to say. So that would be my best bet. Replace both, but it is cheaper to replace this than the transmission. A lot easier. You pull it out with the drum. All right, that was the issue I was having with it, and I knew there was an issue with the transmission. Or it could be this as well, but when you're changing them, you change both. So we'll be replacing this, and you know, I normally actually put them on there and do my test with this. You get something that is stationary, rotate it, make sure it's nice and true, make sure the nut is super tight, so everything's nice and tight, and then you do your test. It's better to do that than to put it together and then you have to take it back apart. All right, thanks for watching.